And here I am again. And tonight I'm going to talk about something my friend Lorraine just accidentally came across. Could you tell me how it all came about, Lorraine?
The Neem?
Yes.
Well, I went to India in November of 2018. I have an orphanage over there. And when I left Canada, I left with a blood pressure of 224/96.
Wow.
I was at the hospital at 2 o'clock in the morning. My flight was leaving at 5. So I didn't let them do anything because I would have missed my flight, and India is very important to me.
That's right.
Well, when I got to India, there was an outbreak of malaria. And I got malaria.
Oh, dear.
So I don't have medical insurance or anything like that. I do missions work. So the first thing I do, the only thing I do, is ask the Lord for help.
Right.
And I put a note on my Facebook asking for prayer. And someone, JC Live.
Wow.
Yeah, quite the name.
Live.
JC Live on Facebook. And if you look at some of these posts, you'll see that they like the posts. Now, I still have never met this person.
Amazing.
It is amazing. And they weren't on my Facebook friend page or anything. But there was a comment from JC Live when I asked for prayer, asking if I had heard of Neem.
I never heard it till you brought it back here.
Well, that was the first time I didn't even know what Neem was.
No.
So I was at the orphanage when the message came in. And Kiva said, "Mother, the Neem tree grows right outside the orphanage."
And who's this Kiva?
Kiva takes care of the children. He's coming here in July.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love to meet him.
Yes. Well, Kiva and his wife take care of the children. And we have other caretakers, but he was the one that started.
Okay.
Anyway, the children went out and pulled a leaf off this tree, and I chewed on it, and my blood pressure went right to 120/79.
Oh, very close to normal.
It is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, wonderful.
Then 4 days later, no malaria symptoms.
Wow.
So I thought, oh my God. Well, it is amazing because I knew the Lord was in this, that doesn't just happen. I mean, I've been to India many times since 2014.
Wow.
I never asked anything about trees, like hello.
And how many days did it take the malaria totally gone?
4 days.
4 days. Wow.
Instantly blood pressure, and then 4 days later, no malaria symptoms at all.
I was hearing there's no cure for this malaria.
Well, the Lord has a cure, obviously.
Amen.
Yes. So I knew that I had to bring this back to Canada.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So that's how Neem started.
Amazing. Yeah.
But, I did a little bit of research. That was back in November. I came back to Canada on the 21st of November.
Right.
I didn't sell Neem until the 8th of February.
Okay. What led you to sell it, though?
Well, I handed some to you when I came back, to all my friends, and I was using empty water bottles, preparing it at home, and then we started to hear all the marvelous things it was doing.
Right. Unbelievable things, really.
Oh my goodness. The first person that took it was my landlord.
Right.
He walked in when I was making a batch, and he said, "What is that?" And as he asked, he was drinking it. You're only supposed to take a tablespoon. He drank it like a Pepsi.
Wow.
I was scared. He turned red. I thought, oh my God. I don't know anything about this, and I don't want to be handing something out.
Deadly. Yeah.
Well, of course.
Oh, no.
Anyway, within 5 minutes, he told me, he said, "Lorraine, I had back pain for years, and it's gone.
Wow.
And it's not come back."
Yeah.
Then he had a hernia that disappeared.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the amazing things, Bonnie, I could go on and on and on just listing them, but if they look on the website, you'll hear testimonies from the people who've taken it, testifying of what it's done for them.
I remember Linda.
Oh my God, a second-degree burn.
I witnessed that. The pictures are on the site.
That's right. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It does, yes.
Yeah. And healing without scarring, healing with no pain, healing with no itch and open wounds. Like, it's doing a remarkable.
Bruise too, right?
Bruises instantly, yeah. That's pretty amazing.
It is.
All kinds of things. So I thank God for this Neem. Well, anyway, your question was, why did I start to sell it?
Yes.
Is because when I saw this, I thought, my God, there's so many people with so many problems. And Bonnie, as far as they're concerned, there's no cure.
That's right.
Well, obviously there is a cure.
There is a cure. Just didn't have any know-how about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I did some research. In Nigeria, in the hospital, they're treating AIDS, cancer, and malaria.
Yes.
Now, here in Canada, those three are supposed to be uncurable.
Yeah, death sentence, really.
Yeah.
Good.
But Neem cures it.
Amazing.
They wouldn't be using it in the hospitals. There's so much, so many, and there's so many reports from doctors and scientists. They've been studying this for years and they've known about it, but it's just not getting out.
Wow.
I don't know why. That doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, the reason I started to sell it was I thought people have to get this.
True. Yep.
Now, I didn't think it would be wise to keep filling empty water bottles.
Right.
It's the only way I could do it free.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to start buying packaging and labeling. And
You'd be drinking a lot of water.
so I have to cover my costs.
True.
You know, so that's why I'm selling it. You know, and at $10, my good Lord.
Yeah.
What can you get for $10 is going to be good.
And you could tell me what you do with all that money now.
Oh, that's for the orphanage.
Oh, the orphanage. So everybody benefits. The
Of
people
course.
who buy it and the children in the orphanage.
Yeah, it's coming from India. And when I opened the orphanage, I had no money and no job. And I've been working like just...
Yeah, too many jobs.
Oh, my good Lord, just to keep it going, yeah. But the Neem is coming from there.
That's right.
And I'm up in age. I'm not going to be around forever. And the youngest one right now in the orphanage is 3.
Wow.
The orphanage can't close if something happens to me.
That's right.
So I was praying that they could be self-sufficient. Well, the Neem is coming from India.
Oh, wonderful.
And that's where the orphanage is. And it's supporting them.
That's right.
And at the same time, we're being blessed by a cure for things that, I mean, $10. How long has a bottle of Neem lasted you, Bonnie?
I had the little one and I'm still doing it.
The tonic.
Yeah, the tonic. Well, second bottle since November.
Since November. So if a person pays $10 for a bottle of Neem and it lasts them, what are we? November, December, January, February, March. If it lasts them 2 months?
Right. It's well worth it, isn't it?
My goodness, of course it is.
Right.
And the cream, you still have cream?
I still have little wee.
Good Lord.
The original.
Yeah. Well,
right.
We all win.
We all win.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you never know what happens till you take it and you don't even know the conditions.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to put the healing back in their hands, don't we?
Well, the Lord put everything on the planet for us. He said that He's freely given us everything for life and godliness.
That's right.
Well, if you want to have life, you need to be healthy.
You do.
Right?
Take care of your body the best way you can. It's the tree that's taking care of us. It's really the tree of life, isn't it?
The Bible talks about a tree of life.
Right, many places.
Well,
praise God.
Yeah, so that's the story of Neem and how it started.
Wonderful.
And why I'm doing it.
Wonderful. And the story goes on, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. There's a sequel.
Many things coming.
There's a sequel to this video. We'll be right back with, we'll talk about each product individually.
Awesome. Can hardly wait. I'll be here for you.